initiate it from you or on you from so far away.
Yeah.
With the glacier or the you know, the slow coming out from Glacius, and then the follow up from Pebbles. I mean, you can really go much further than you think. And actually, it looked like Cthulhuphon just barely got away up top there. Maybe you caught it.
That's the power of the trample right there. It does go over Fissure Stun, you know, one of those abilities. And because if it wasn't for that, he would have 100% dead. But able to trample over the Fissure Stun at the last second before the final auto attack came out. And barely survived. But as you put it, Behemoth always just a dangerous hero to go up against in the laning phase in general, let alone tri-lanes. And he showing off the power right there, but Cthulhuphon also at the same time pretty damn tanky, even without minimal items for that matter, able to survive right there. So good for him.
And he's actually farming really well. I thought he'd be struggling a little bit more, but he's 22-5, and Forsaken Archer's actually only well now 14-5. So Cthulhuphon holding his ground up there, and he's kind of been like in the solo role because the supports have been ambiguously running back and forth, can't really make up their mind. But now Luna is gonna stay in the mid lane for sure. And that's, I think, what they need to do.
Oh, so they're going to go for the combo. Not going to go for it, though.
Yeah, Pyro actually already used the Phoenix Wave a little bit earlier, so it was off cooldown for just a couple more seconds.
Yeah. Of course, when he gets the ultimate, that's where combination will really shine, but not yet. Still only level 5, because especially with that getting killed there. Glacius roaming to the bottom lane, though, so speaking of movement going on, but yeah, you mentioned, I mean, Cthulhuphon, he's come close to dying now twice, but he's survived, and the aggression is paying off so far, as you put it, with his farm up there, 253 gold per minute. Forsaken Archer doing just a little bit better now when it comes to gold per minute, at least. Obviously, with that Bloodlust kill, that's definitely a big reason for that, but he is winning the creep farm. Now, speaking of winning the creep farm, Electrician is also winning the creep farm. 37-11 against a 26-5. He's going to be jumped right here as Glacius to support. There comes the Ice Imprisonment. Electrician trying to run away in time. Port's coming in, and he's going to be able to survive. That's the power of Electrician and the Electric Shield right there. Pyromancer ports in. He's going to go in pursuit. He doesn't have Ghost Marches or anything just yet, so I believe Gauntlet and Glacius should be fine, and yes, they're going to be just out of range for him, who also had a double damage rune actually activated, so that could have been a really devastating turnaround there, but not able to catch. But Electrician survives, and again, he's winning farm down here by quite a bit.
Yeah, I actually don't agree with that port by Pyromancer, especially when you're a mid-hero. I mean, he can't really catch heroes. He does have the stun ability, but it's kind of hard to hit when your target is running away from you. I would prefer him to just sit in the mid lane and farm a little bit more. But great job by Electrician there, using that Purge to get away. And I'm not surprised at all. Oh, actually, some action coming on the Behemoth there.
Nope.
And he will not fall. And the Piercing Arrows almost gets the kill on him for it, but he does have the range, and you get the last hit off on him with the auto attack. So good job there by Keizu. And I'm actually missing some action there at the same time, though. Sender goes down to Pyromancer using that ultimate, I'm assuming. Yep, he did it with assistance from Aluna. And Aluna here could be in some trouble. Oh no, the stun comes out. The Pebbles Chuck comes as well. The hook able to connect. And Zai getting that kill on Goo there. So some action coming out here in the early lane.
Bit of pressure here. Sequence actually happening. Both in the middle and the top lane. But yeah, that top lane I was watching the whole time. I mean, Cthulhuphon activated Obliterate. They had the sure kill, but Behemoth the finish on at the last second. And Cthulhuphon's angle was a little bit off. And the last tick of the Obliterate did not hit Behemoth, which would have actually done him in. And so he was able to survive. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for Cthulhuphon. Not able to come through with the kill, but at the same time, he does at least stay alive. But of course, his teammate in Nymphora, I believe it was, got picked off by Forsaken Archer. And Forsaken Archer, she's definitely continuing to jump up there. But Electrician is actually still on top, although it's pretty much tied now with this Forsaken. But actually, Electrician may get a free kill on a Glacius, who's all by himself and with an invisible Electrician. But no, he's actually just going to open on the creep wave instead and just continue to farm. So maybe figuring that Glacius wasn't by himself, which also with the ports coming in, obviously going to be fine. In fact, there we go. Electrician going to get jumped once again. Can he get that electric shield up in time? There we go. He's going to be nuts. The Purge on top of that. Can he get the distance? Yes, he can. Again, Electrician survives against what is, as you put it again, one of the most deadly combinations in the game in Pebbles Glacius. But it's Electrician, man. That's what he does. He lives.
Yep, he's pretty damn tanky. And this is the stage of the game where Electrician thrives the most. Is this kind of early game when he's already had a really good start, and it's very hard for heroes to combo him. And actually, a lot of action coming out top. I'll let you take over here, Frankie.
Oh, there we go. A great combination between Pyromancer and Cthulhuphon. The grapple at the last second from Gauntlet. It gets the kill. He dies just a half a second after. But what a suicide grapple right there from Umzai. Not necessarily suicide, but he knew he was going down, but he had to take somebody with him. And that target, of course, was Pyromancer. That was a great heads up by Umzai right there.
Yeah, that was, wow, that was like using the maximum amount of range there.
Yeah, that too.
He got it. Oh no, initiation coming out on M4. He does get blocked. The stun actually hitting nothing. He'll eat a tree and kind of juke his way around, and they're looking for blood here. Cthulhu Fawn gets slowed by Glacius. But I think, oh, now he gets the Ice Imprisonment coming out on him, but oh no, he charges away to safety. But yeah, that hook, ooh, that was damn good.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty there coming out from Gauntlet. But in the end, again, he did he get the kill first? Oh, I'm guessing, yeah, he did. Technically, actually, gave him credit after.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if he got experience. I guess he didn't. Because according to the chat, the log at least, he died before he actually got credit for the kill, which is interesting. But so yeah, I think that he wouldn't got the experience from it. But anyways, you see he does have Steam Boots and a bottle picked up on Gauntlet, so his farm manageable, 280 gold per minute. In fact, not too bad at all, which actually now is actually the top on his team up there with Forsaken Archer. So I mean, that does go back to Electrician, though. You said that this is really his time where he shines. He just finished his Helm of the Black Legion, actually. Now, I'm a little bit surprised. Oh, they're going to go right here. Aluna is there to follow it up with the power throw. Where's the stun from Aluna? Is it going to be enough damage on it? Pebbles and Seal Sun. Oh, maximum range. Not going to hit. And Pebbles, great juke right there from Electrician, but they do not get the kill. If Nymphora was there a second quicker, that would have been a kill with the Nymphora Zeal Stone, but not able to hit. So great getaway. Meanwhile, at the top lane again, get through the final. A lot of trouble. Can he trample away? Yes, he can. Once again over the fissure stun, and he barely survives. Get through the bottom doing work. Back to the bottom lane. Pyromancer ultimate on the Gauntlet, and oh, the nice Nana battery at the last second to survive against the final auto attack coming out from Nymphora, who's trying to get some revenge right there. Gauntlet going to go for the port, and it is going to happen. Great getaway from Zai right there. Once again, making some big plays. Got the kill on the Pyromancer first, and then gets the hell on out of there. So excellent heads up there from Zai.
He jets on out of there, as you would say. And, you know, that's too bad. That power supply was great. I mean, that must have been a full max charge or something, because that popped his health up quite a bit. That's got to be very frustrating as a Pyromancer. That ultimate cooldown level 1 is actually quite long. He cannot use it now for another... right now it's 110 seconds, but the cooldown itself, level 1, is 150 seconds. So that's a very, very, very long cooldown for him. And he's only level 8 right now. His gold per minute is not too badly. It's not too bad. It's 230. But Electrician top farm in the game. They got to start grouping up with him because, like I said, yeah, this is the time when Electrician shines, and they really need to start fighting with him, being as farmed and tanky as he is.
I was going to say, though, I'm a little bit surprised that no Mystic Vestments yet on Electrician. I mean, look at this Hellborn.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the early mid-game stage. I mean, so much magic damage coming out, so... you think that could be an important item. Of course, Cthulhu Fawn and Pyromancer do currently have their Mystic Vestments, but really all 5 on the Legion side might be a worthy investment to eventually pick that up. Top lane, oh, good gank attempt going to be set up right here. You see the middle tower was actually, the top tower being denied, middle tower getting pushed in, actually, by the Hellborn team. So good push coming out from DreamHoN right there. And the top gank, unfortunately for Dynasty, is not able to come through, as Behemoth and Forsaken Archer fall all the way back to the tower. Forsaken Archer, actually, she's got Ghost Marchers and currently Helm of the Victim picked up. So, of course, that does create a Whispering Helm as well as a Shaman's Headdress. So, you'd have to think a Whispering Helm in this case, but what do you make of that here? Or maybe he's just getting it for the early region and armor even. Well, hold that thought though for a second. We do see Trample coming out from through the front. Oh, overstepping his boundaries big time though. Completely locked in. Nice stun for Pyromancer right away though. Graves goes on top of the ultimate even used. Oh no, that wasn't the ultimate actually. Gone with the Phoenix Wave nuke on top of him. Pyromancer will end up falling. The grapple's not going to hit. But Cthulhu Fawn needs to be careful. Electrician is coming though. They can maybe try to turn this around. Not going to go in though is Cthulhu Fawn. Instead he's going to fall back. And the Hellborn team will be happy with the kill they got on a Pyromancer. So, what do you make of the Helm of the Victim pickup, though?
Oh, I think he's going to go for the Whispering Helm, most definitely. Just hasn't picked it up yet. Has 900 gold now, and probably see him pick it up here shortly. Some more action here coming out, though. Pebbles Chuck doing a lot of damage as he chucks a Luna back on their Electrician. Volley will hit, but then he will purge himself and try to get away to safety.
It's going to be close, though. Crippling Volley. Going to try to get there. It's a poor man's portal key on top of the Behemoth ultimate. It annihilates Luna right there. Oh, poor girl. She just didn't have a chance.
I know.
It's always fun to watch. Like it's called the poor man's portal key being used. And Behemoth. I don't know about that, though. It seemed like a little bit of overkill. Maybe he was expecting to hit multiple targets, which I'm guessing. But
well, yeah, and I mean, there's a chance if he used the Fisher that she wouldn't die. There's a chance. I think that she just didn't want to chance it, and bam, use the ultimate. Want to use it before it's ultimate's there that you used, and yeah. So actually, now that jumpstarts his farm a little bit, and he picked up a pickled brain. Actually, it looks like so he's gonna go for that ring of sorcery. Forsaken Archer did finish that Whispering Helm, so probably gonna see him take over a creep and maybe stack those ancients a little bit more. They are double stack right now. So as soon as she wants to, she can go down there and clear those out with the ultimate as well as the volley to do a lot of AoE damage. So
yeah, that'll just start increasing her farm even more. We're currently at 315 gold per minute about, just behind our teammate in Gauntlet, who's now up to 330 GPM. And Electrician has dropped down a little bit. He found himself occupied at the top lane there for a while, really not doing too much, but maybe doing something right here on a Gauntlet. You see the combination from Pyromancer, sets up a very easy kill, but now can they get away is the question, and looks like the answer is, well, yes. So the Hellborn team doesn't choose to pursue him with only Glacius and Behemoth. That's definitely the better choice. Good catch, though, by the Legion team, and power of the static grip right there sets up a good rotation for Pyromancer.
yeah, and I'd say just the power of the burst from Pyro, and this is why I really like this hero. This hero does so much burst and has some late game potential as well. People don't think about it, but that Fervor ability really cuts down towers so super fast if you keep stacking auto attacks onto it. Once Fervor's leveled up, obviously, and it actually works against Kongor as well. So I mean, Pyro's a great hero, and I really love him, and I think we're seeing just, people are seeing how much burst he can really do, and he's only level 10. You put that ultimate level 16, these supports he's going to have a field day with these supports.
What I found interesting, too, and I wasn't fully aware of this, but, looking at the numbers, you mentioned the cooldown, how long it is at level 1, but look how quickly it goes down. Level 2 is 90 seconds from 150, and at level 3 is only 55 seconds. You're getting how much damage is that? I mean, 950 magic damage, single target ability, every 55 seconds. Sure, it does cost 680 mana, but still, quite a bit of damage. Now, CthulhuFon got picked up here in the middle lane, as we see Pebbles with his, portal key. Who needs a poor man's portal key when you got the actual thing now? And that's good news here for the Hellborn team, so expect to start seeing that coming more and more into play already off the bat with a quick kill onto CthulhuFon. They're going to meet up at the bottom lane here. So our Legion side, CthulhuFon will be up in about 10 seconds now. We'll see if he can get up in time before some engagement happens. Oh, the grapple attempt from Gauntlet. Now, with the miss right there, obviously he did show himself, so Legion team are very aware that Hellborn side, perhaps nearby, looking to make something happen. But CthulhuFon is now up. He does have a homecoming stone, so as soon as we see some possible initiation. Electrician porting top, however. That's going to be their cue to jump. Pyromancer will fall right there. Luna, good counter stun. In comes Behemoth with the fissure, and both informed Luna on top of the glacial downpour. There's the Gauntlet auto attacks with that enfeeble, and down they both go. So the timing from Electrician, I don't know about that. It really wasn't the greatest right there.
Yeah, it was bad just simply because the rest of his team, I mean, there's not really anything you could say. You could be like, I'm going to go defend top, don't die. But they were already kind of pinned in there. Like, all the team, the whole team with the portal keys, I mean, they have a portal key on both Pebbles and Gauntlet, as well as, the slow coming out, the long-range slow coming out from Glacius. It's hard to get, you can't get away from that.
Yeah.
So when you leave your team susceptible like that, that's just asking for massacre, and that's what happened.
Now, at the top lane, they are going to try to take out Forsaken Archer. It's going to be really close, actually. Turns around the piercing arrows, trying to get a counter kill. Not going to happen, though. So, in that sense, it kind of pays off. But not really. I mean, there's a lot of damage done at the bottom lane. But still, a kill on the Forsaken Archer, always a good thing here for Dynasty. But she, now, despite that death, she still has around 1,800 gold saved up. And it's not going to stop her at the bottom lane. CthulhuFon once again, a lot of trouble. He gets a trample off, actually. And that should be enough to get away. He doesn't know how lucky he actually is. Gauntlet's invisible on top of that. So, he's not even aware that Gauntlet was right there as well. So, yeah, that would have been an easy kill if it wasn't for that very quick trample away from Gorilla playing the CthulhuFon. So he survives, but DreamHoN, the lead is starting to expand a little bit here for the three key heroes in Gauntlet, Pebbles, and Forsaken Archer, all continuing to do a very, very, very solid farm here in the early game phase. In fact, Gauntlet is going to try to find somebody. Oh, they're clomped up. Does he have an ultimate? He does! Oh, I'm surprised he didn't actually open right there, trying to go for it with the Pebbles follow-up, but Nymphora, you are so dead. She's like, oh, wait, where did you come from? Yeah, you're dead. Poor girl. He did use his ultimate right there as well, actually. So.
Yeah, he did. But boy, she just kind of dropped like, pew, gone. They actually understood that he had an Invis rune. Maybe they saw him pick it up because they did place the sentry there in the mid. But it was right after he kind of walked up that hill, so it just barely missed him. Kind of unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
But good kill by Gauntlet nonetheless. Behemoth very close to his portal key now. He's got about 1,000 more to go, and maybe he's going to spam this to get it. I'm not sure. It's going to be close. Oh, he does spam it, but picks up 1 or 2 of those creep kills.
Yeah,
so now
after getting the most though.
Yeah, so now he's about 800 away from his portal key, so that'll be very, very good for his team to match up with that Pebbles as well as a Gauntlet portal key. And wow, Hellborn team's looking really, really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, you stressed that from the beginning. It's really 3 of the 5 heroes, especially on the Hellborn side, need a good amount of farm, and then Behemoth at least for that portal key. So, but you look at the gold per minute chart. I mean, it's being spread out actually very, very nicely when it comes to the GPM at least. And then Behemoth, you know, he is doing his best to get up there and get the portal key. And at this rate, you know, he could have around, at the very least, you know, a 25, 26-minute portal key, which obviously maybe a little bit slow in some cases, but at the same time, not too bad, especially the circumstances. And considering that DreamHoN is ahead at this point, you know, it makes it all that better. An 8,000 gold lead, 4,700 experience lead. So again, back to Dynasty, definitely having their work cut out for them. Now, I will say, Cthulhu Font and Electrician, as this game continues to progress here, you know, they just keep getting beefier and beefier. So that's something that the Hellborn team, with all this burst damage that they have, it's going to start getting a little bit less impactful as this game goes on, you know, and from heroes like Gauntlet and Pebbles. And then you got Pyromancer, who also has his portal key now. He's level 12, so of course that level 2 ultimate, we talked about that, not only more damage, but down to a 90-second cooldown. It does go to about 420 mana cost, but still, if he finds really, you know, you look at the Hellborn side, Glacius, Forsaken, Behemoth, if he finds any of those 3 alone, he can perhaps kind of go in and go for a kill himself. So Dynasty, by all means, still has their good opportunities here and there. And they're going to go for a tower push, actually. This will be the first tower kill of the game. Pebbles are going to jump in. He goes right on a Pyromancer. Pyromancer doesn't die, but Gauntlet comes in with the ultimate. A great ultimate. The grapple's going to miss, actually. In the front lines, Electrician is, but he's getting completely trapped down. Great spread fight here in favor of DreamHoN. We've seen Info is going to go down. Luna's going to get picked off. And Cthulhu Font, the Soul Survivor, just tramples over everyone, says, get the hell out of my way. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, and Feeble's going to start being used on top of him. There we go with the crippling volley. In comes that grapple to pull him over. The fissure stun, and Cthulhu Font will fall. That's going to be a genocide for DreamHoN. Quad kill coming out for Gauntlet, actually.
That's quad kill each game now for Zai. He had a quad kill last game, almost annihilation, but Sunder so rudely stole that with the power or the snipe. In fact, they tried to kick him before they were able to concede, or Dynasty was able to concede. But yeah, no, that was a great flank by Zai. He came in right behind them, and then Pebbles initiated onto the Pyro, and then he made sure that Pyro died before he was able to cast a spell.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what they had to do, and they executed it very well.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty there for Dynasty. And you mentioned Tail and the Pyromancer. He would have loved to get a combo off or at least one spell off, but as he put it, he wasn't able to. There we go. He does get a kill by what cost right here. A nice counter, however, from Gauntlet, or excuse me, from Electrician coming out with a static grip, and actually Pyromancer ends up with a double tap right there. So he definitely gets a last laugh. And so in the end, at least they get something out of that situation that happened there. But still, again, DreamHoN very comfortable after that push that just happened, because that team fight, but the Legion 2 goes back to the middle tower, and, well, they end up finishing the job that started maybe a couple minutes ago here. So they get the tower kill at least, and they're going to start to upgrade their items from there on out. But, yeah, so the Hellborn side definitely showing their power. If they get that's what it really is going to come down to, you know, the battle of the initiation. You know, if Pebbles is able to jump in like that onto Pyromancer vice versa, though. If he can jump in on, you know, Forsaken, Behemoth, Glacius, then it could be a little bit different, so.
Yep. And right now, Forsaken Archer's farm is just kind of skyrocketing at this point with that Whispering Helm. She's up to 300 and about 70 gold per minute. After these Ancients, probably going to be close to 400 as they are double stacked. And oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong here. I'm looking at Chubby Chris. Sorry, he's already at 400 gold per minute. You know, it's funny because I always see Chubby Chris playing Forsaken Archer. So, yeah, Forsaken Archer. So that's why I thought. But yeah, his farm is skyrocketing, 400 gold per minute. Now it has a Nullstone very, very close, actually. Probably like 250 away.
You got a Firebrand, actually, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep, it's on the career. Portal key on Behemoth now, too, by the way, so that's good for him. But so, yeah, it seems like you, do you not like that, or is it just different than what you
I think it's fine. I just would have expected the Nullstone, I guess. No, I think Geometer's Bane is a great pickup here.
Yeah.
And Behemoth now has his portal key with a level. Oh, he's only level 1 ultimate. But it's still good. Yeah, it's still going to do a lot of damage. So.
Oh, Power Man's getting caught by Gauntlet right here. That Enfeeble's adding up. You can see the power of how slow he is, and Gauntlet eventually takes him out through the ball. Trample missing, actually. Good sidestep there by Gauntlet, but they're trying to collapse on top of him. Now the bottom push is still happening. While this is going on, you see Electrician coming in, but Gauntlet's too fast. He activates a Power Glove, and he gets a Speed Burst. Portal Key is the other way. The Trample once again is going to miss. He's just too damn quick. And he's going to be fine. Again, like I said, while that was all happening, that distraction there, they pushed the bottom tower. So Dynasty completely getting tunnel vision there onto attempting to kill Gauntlet, get some revenge for Pyromancer, but it just wasn't going to happen. So just like that first game, I mean, we saw that in the middle action with Wild Soul just doing his thing at the top lane while it was all going on. Similar, a little less extreme, but still similar situation happening there.
Yeah, I mean, Zai's playing really well this series, and Gauntlet, he did exactly what he had to do, like I said. He snowballed well. He's got a lot of farm. You know, he's got the treads, the tablet, he's got the portal key, and did he buy something? I don't know if he bought something, but anyway, he is a force to be reckoned with. He's level 16. That combo is pretty much going to kill everybody, but, well, probably everybody but Electrician and Cthulhu Fun, but still, that combo is doing so much damage now.
Yeah, it's force to be reckoned with. Wow, look at that grapple right there. He grappled his teammate, and it seemed like it was freaking 2,000 range. So, but yeah, he's going to start heading back with his team, and, well, we see a Conqueror attempt now. This is going to be the first Conqueror attempt of the game. Gauntlet is, of course, leading the way with that Enfeeble being applied, and yes, it definitely does work on a Conqueror. That's why we see those level 1 Gauntlet attempts, or Conqueror attempts with a Gauntlet on the team, but not this time around. DreamHoN did not come through. Power Throw is going to spot the Conqueror attempt here. We'll see if Dynasty can even do anything about stopping this. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like this is a. It's tough. I mean, I know you're in a point in the game where maybe you got to be taking risks, but it's probably going to be a little bit too late. They're going to start going in right here. You see Pidgeotron attempted by Behemoth. Going to be locked down, though, and Behemoth actually in a lot of trouble. Trying to be safe. What a save by Gauntlet right there. He's going to be fine for now. And here's that Cheddar on the Glacial down bar. Pebbles falls, though. Parmancer able to get his combo off. Glacius also going down now. Forsaken Archer got the token alive. You see the static grip locking down Behemoth, so Behemoth will eventually fall, but buybacks are happening. And look at Pebbles coming right back in with the Slogmite. Great piercing arrows on top. Not any kills happening, though. Pyromancer able to juke on out of there a little bit. He does have a portal key at the last second, and he's able to get away just in time. Cthulhu now trample away once again. Gauntlet being locked down, but actually Cthulhu being just a little bit too much left. Avoids that crippling volley, though. Will survive. That grapple from Gauntlet pushing himself forward, and Pyromancer, you don't have enough mana for your portal key, sir. You are going to be dead. Poor man's portal key being used right there on Glacius, and down he goes. Nymphora is going to be porting in with somebody here. Oh, never mind. They actually cancel. And the damage has been done. So a crazy exchange right there between the two teams. Forsaken Archer, though, does come out with the Token of Life after it's all said and done.
Yeah, that was actually so unbelievably sloppy by the Hellborn team. I mean, when you have this much of a lead this early on, I mean, I guess it's not that early, it's mid-game, but you had a very substantial lead with huge burst heroes in Glacius and Gauntlet, and that fight was that difficult for you. I mean, Behemoth did get caught out, but he still was not able to get his Portal Key ultimate there, even with the save from Gauntlet. That was just so super sloppy by the Hellborn team. They could have done that much better. But a good buyback from Chubby Chris. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get all the kills that he wanted to with it, but I think it was a necessary buyback nonetheless.
Yeah, it definitely allowed them to at least go back into that fight and get the kills that they did, no doubt. So, and obviously Glacius also bought back for that matter, so he was a part of that. So using a couple of buybacks there, but you can definitely say worth it. Forsaken Archer continuing to farm the Ancients once again, and man, we talked about the Geometers being picked up. You mentioned, probably a Null Stun could also be a good follow-up to that. Or maybe that was last game, actually. But anyway, she has another 4,300 gold saved up, so the store is definitely open to her as far as what she wants to go for. Puzzle boxes, I know he picked that up early. Now he's level 2 on Gauntlet, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember maybe like 5-6 minutes ago he picked that up. Forgot to mention it, though. But, yeah, he's got a puzzle box level 2.
Wow, he is farmed.
Yeah.
And it's not the easiest to farm on Gauntlet. I mean, you basically farm off of hero kills. That's what you do, because you're a hero killer. And he does have 10 of them as well as 5 assists, so, yeah, I guess, let's see, what is CS? The CS is actually quite high as well, so Zai kind of doing everything this game.
Yeah, being a big reason or a big part of the success here for the Hellborn side and Team DreamHoN. You see him spawn the level 2 minions right there. I believe it's still level 2 at least, yeah. So level 2 minions going to be used, going to scout things out, maybe harass Pyromancer a little bit. He does have a portal key, so Pyromancer needs to be a little bit careful here. You just see the power of that mana burn though. I mean, 175 mana just gone, just like that. And Pyromancer falls back before too much damage is done. However, Cthulhu in the meantime in the middle lane, he is going to trample away before any Fissure Stuns come out. So he will be fine as well. So Dynasty trying to calm things down a little bit and doing their best to get farm here or there, but at the same time, DreamHoN, as they should be, especially with Pebbles and Gauntlet, really keeping the pressure up and making them feel like if they're going to push out any bit in these lanes, they need to be very careful because one of those two heroes, if not more, will just be jumping on top of you and taking you out. Savage Mace just finished by Forsaken Archer, by the way. Just saw her right-click that, so as I said, the store is open to her for whatever she wants, and, well, she likes the Savage Mace option, so her damage output just increased significantly there.
Yep, and they're going to time this push, hopefully. I mean, actually, I didn't even notice this, but all the outer towers are down for Dynasty, and so only the base they can push in now if you're DreamHoN, and they're probably going to time this push quite well. They have about 3 minutes left on that token. Savage Mace now picked up on Forsaken Archer. She's going to hit like a friggin' truck. And now Gauntlet's moving in towards this mid lane. And so yeah, they're going to time this push. Although Pyro's kind of flaking them from behind. They get the kill Behemoth before he's able to get his ultimate, but it might be his demise.
Yeah, that was a big jump there from the Legion team, but as you said, might have been the wrong time. However, Forsaken Archer getting a lockdown on Forsaken Archer will go down. Electrician is out of mana. That's a big deal, actually. In the meantime, Luna gets picked off as well as Nymphora. Pyromancer already dead. He's seeking through the bot trying to trample away, so they got the token alive to be used, but can Cthulhu get away as Electrician already did? It doesn't look like it, so sure they got the token alive, but 4 heroes end up sacrificing to do so. You can definitely argue probably not worth it. Barrier will just purchase on Electrician, so that'll definitely help the situation. But still, this push, I don't know if it's actually going to happen now, but it probably still will, actually. Of course, with, again, 3 heroes now still being dead.
Zai says it's going to happen as he blinks into the tower.
Blinks into the tower with the level 3 Puzzle Box minions to lead the way, sending out the mage minion in the front lines. Ends up getting picked up, but at least they're going to get the tower. I don't know about the Rax. It's going to be close. Pyromancer has about 10 seconds left on the Resurrection. They need to really keep a close eye onto that. You see Electrician just cleaning up the creep wave. And yeah, the Rax should be able to survive here, although Forsaken Archer living life on the edge. So DreamHoN getting a little bit cocky here. Want to be pretty careful, but at the same time, they do have some great bursts themselves, so it's just a matter, again, who's get that jump first. In fact, there we go, Gauntlet. Oh, the grapple missing, though. That might be his demise right there. There's a lockdown, and yes, Pyromancer comes in to clean him up. So Umzai, again, getting a little bit too overconfident there. Electrician able to survive. Pebbles now. He's going to have to fall back before too much damage happens to him. Trample attempt. Oh, it's just going to miss. Actually activates a shrunken head as soon as it's finished delivered to him, and he portal keys away at the same second. He gets jumped on. Pyromancer jumps in, and Pyromancer gets completely turned around. Look at the turnaround. Behemoth ultimate going to go off right there. Cut through the fight, and Nymphora now in a little bit of trouble. Pebbles still in the front lines. That auto attack just tears up Nymphora. And Cthulhu trample. He's going to stand his ground, though. He's pretty damn tanky, so good reason. Electrician coming back into the fight. But the Hellborn team, once again, will be on the move, so this fight is just taking forever here. It looks like, never mind, Electrician purges himself. He's going to go in onto Behemoth, actually locking him down. And in the meantime, Pebbles focusing on Cthulhu. Behemoth will get away. There's a great crippling volley. Nice Fissure follow-up. Now, the power throw did kill Behemoth, but down goes Electrician in the end, and I think DreamHoN is going to have the last laugh here when it's all said and done, as they're also going to kill Luna here, so...
That was really funny. Electrician was gripping the Behemoth, and the Cthulhu was there ready with the stun, but he's like, he just turned around and was like, all right, see you, bitch, I'm out. That was really funny. Yeah. And, Electrician's like, come on, man, you're leaving me all by myself.
Yeah.
No, I think another buyback happened as well. No
buybacks, yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, Forsaken
Casey
Archer
did
did buyout.
Yeah. He did buy
I thought someone did, yeah, but... The Pyro coming out, and the stun does come out, and oh my god, you see that burst?
Yeah.
Does so much damage. Oh, but a very good Astrolabe there from Sender, able to save Forsaken Archer. But god damn, that burst from Pyro is just so huge.
That is ridiculous. I mean, granted, she doesn't have Mystic Vestments, and not necessarily the most tanky, but still.
Right.
The burst damage is quite a bit right there, but yeah, great save at the last second from Sender. I still don't know if it would have been enough for the kill, but nonetheless, it made it guaranteed that she survived. So again, very, very well played on their part. So DreamHoN now 25,000 gold lead, just about 21,000 plus experience lead. We're now just passing that 34-minute mark. It seems like DreamHoN has total control of this game right now, and, you know, pending some complete throw, which they did play a very cocky last fight, but still, I don't think enough to completely change things around. In fact, this is going to help things even more. Gauntlet catching Pyromancer, throws him back into the creep wave. You see the tablet away, trying to survive. But Pebbles then joins the party and destroys the attempt to get away right there. Electrician jumping in, but at what cost right here? In comes to the ball. There's a Shuriken head. The Golden Pebbles with that Shuriken head on top. Electrician's going to end up falling right here with that final auto attack. Through the final Obliterate activated. Actually will take out Gauntlet and going to go for Behemoth, but Pebbles just doing so much damage in the meantime. Chubby Chris, too, picking up the hat trick. And if he stands his ground, he may be able to get more right here. In fact, he goes in. There's a Stalagmites onto a Luna. Down she goes. Quaco coming out. Are we going to see an Annihilation coming out here from Pebbles? If he can finish off Cthulhu, he has trample in 1 second. There's a concede foe, so not even going to give him the chance.
Oh,
but that will make it official. Nope, not going to give him the chance. You see right there. As it is a genocide, but no Annihilation. But anyways, DreamHoN is victorious, and they do take the series 2-0 over South Americans in Dynasty here.
Yeah, overall well played. I think we actually saw 3 quad kills throughout that series, maybe even 4. I can't remember. Quad kills, no triple. But yeah, well played by Sender. I think they drafted well. I question a bit that the fact that they were able to give, they gave Team DreamHoN the Iglesias and the Pebbles, both of those heroes in one, you know, series of picks there at the very end. I don't understand that. I mean, Pebbles is like a top tier, pretty much god tier pick. He's a pick or ban material, and there's a reason why he's almost always banned in the blind bans when you're the Hellborn team, because you do have the first pick of your Legion, and so you want to take that away from them. But they did go with an Nymphora, and then they followed up with the Cthulhu font. Nymphora just, the ports didn't really happen. I mean, like I said, that hero was picked for his ultimate. Really, that's the only reason why he's picked. The mana feed is nice as well, but that's the ultimate is why he's picked, and didn't really see them utilized as much as I would have liked to.
Yeah, we definitely didn't, and you know, you could argue just, you know, maybe that time just never I mean, the aggression from DreamHoN, they just kept up the pressure that, you know, did they even have an opportunity ultimately to be able to use that effectively? We saw that portal key purchased on Pyromancer, and he had that for a little bit, but again, they just kept getting, I mean, Pyromancer died 11 times in that game.
Wow.
The final score was a 7, 11, and 7. So, yeah, he struggled. I mean, his farm still wasn't bad, but he just kept getting killed by that Pebbles Gauntlet. And again, can you blame him? I mean, those are 2 very powerful bursty heroes in their own right. So, props to Dynasty, gave it their all, but unfortunately, they do come out on the short end. However, they are now 1-1 here in the group stages, where DreamHoN as well will be 1-1. So, kind of evening things out there. And we'll see, of course, where these 2 teams progress from this point. As far as the other series, actually, I was able to quickly check and see how those finished. Complexity did end up defeating Sosh 2-0, as you can see on your screen, at least the matches that are also happening today. Complexity over Sosh 2-0, fairly easy second victory for them as well. And then, better looking than Neil, known as Fit, they defeated Bochi 2-0, very decisive as well. They were like 15 to 20 minute games themselves, so... yeah, definitely a case there, and Fit's been looking really good lately, honestly. So they're going to be on top with Complexity. Both are going to be 2-0 after today's matches. So congratulations to them. Sashi and Bochi, I believe, are now 0-2, and like I said, these 2 teams here are 1-1. So of course, Saishi and Impunity, they still have yet to play. Hopefully, they'll be playing tomorrow. Is when I believe they rescheduled it to. But another day in the books, Ralph. Another great day. Any final words from today?
No, GG well played by both teams, actually. Those are some fun games to watch. And now Sender's team... sorry, I always say Sender like you because his tag is Sender.
I know.
Damn it. No, but DreamHoN is now 1-1, I believe.
Yes.
And I think so is Dynasty.
Yep.
So that's an interesting group. It's going to be really interesting to see who are going to be those top 2 people to move on to the next stage.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Tomorrow, guys, of course, coming back at you, and tomorrow's matchup going to be fantastic. We have MUFC TT Esports taking on TT Esports. Of course, the Southeast Asian team taking on the Australians. That should be a hell of a matchup. Of course, that is tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2100 Central European Time. Again, summer.dreamhon.com, guys. Check out all your information there. And then, of course, the following day on Thursday, TDM versus Fnatic. I know that's going to be probably a popular viewing party for that one. So, yeah, looking forward to, again, progressing in these group stages. It is still early on, though, with that said. I know it feels like we've already been doing this forever, but It's too early, guys. We've still got plenty more matches coming at you. On that note, once again, I was Breaking CPK. Joining me is Trout Midor. And again, a big shout out to Matt Klein, our producer from behind the scenes. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Take it easy.